Fitness is confusing. There's so much information out there about building muscle and getting the physique you want. But today, I'm going to simplify it down and share with you the system that I use to go from this to this. Currently, I work out with weights at the gym 3 times a week for about an hour. Sometimes in life, less is more, and I found that to be true with weight training. I used to go to the gym 5 times per week, using the weekends as rest days, but I found that this didn't give my body enough time to recover in between sessions. I wasn't able to lift more week after week, and sometimes I wasn't even able to lift as much as I had the previous session. This was a sign for me that I needed to implement more recovery time into my workout plan. So I redesigned my workout plan to fit into 3 days in something called a push-pull legs routine. This regimen combines the major muscle groups that perform similar motions into the same day. For push day, I include muscle groups that are used to push things away from the body, like chest, triceps, and shoulders. Whereas in the pull day, I work muscles that are used to pull things towards your body, like your back and biceps. And then legs is pretty self-explanatory. It's a workout dedicated to the lower half of your body. With this routine, I usually leave 1 to 2 rest days in between each session in the gym, and that allows both my muscles and central nervous system time to recover so that each time I go to the gym, I can push myself to the limit. Now, these rest days aren't just lounging around on the couch, eating cake, and playing video games. These are active recovery days. What that looks like for me is I'll try to do some cardio or usually an ab exercise on these days off from the gym. Even if I'm not going to the gym and lifting heavy weights every day, it's important to get the blood pumping in some way each day for your physical and mental health. I really saw the importance of cardio recently when I went to go play a football game for the first time in a while. And I grew up loving football. I'd never be tired on the field, and I went to go play, and I found I was absolutely winded after the first few plays. So that was kind of a wake-up call for me that, you know what, as much muscle as I may be building on the outside of my body, you need the internals to be working properly as well. Since then, I've been implementing a lot more cardio into my routine and feeling much better internally, and it's pretty good to be able to walk up a flight of stairs without feeling winded. So when I'm in the gym to do a workout, I'll start with the compound movements first, and then I'll move to isolation exercises later in the workout. Compound movements work multiple muscle groups and take a lot more energy, which is why they're at the front of your workout, because you also get the most bang for your buck doing compound exercises. An example of compound exercises can be on push day, you're doing any variation of bench press or dumbbell press that's going to focus on your chest but also hit the triceps and shoulders. On your pull day, any variation of a pull-up is going to target almost everything in your back and also hit your biceps. And then on the leg day, any sort of squat variation, either 1 or 2-legged squats, is going to be a compound movement for legs, where it's going to really focus on your quads and glutes, but it's also going to utilize your hamstring and inner thigh muscles to stabilize. When planning your workouts, you want to put your main focus, your primary muscle groups at the beginning of your workout. Just the nature of it is, as you go through the workout, you're going to have less energy to hit each exercise, which is why you do the compound movements first, but also prioritize the muscle group you want to build the most at the beginning of your workout. For me, I realized my shoulders started lacking because I always had them at the end of the workout. So I moved them up in the chain on my push day, and my shoulders started getting a lot bigger. When you're doing a set, use high intensity, pushing yourself extremely close to, if not to failure, as much as you can. That means after a set, you should feel like you really can't do any more reps, even if someone offered you a nice juicy steak right after. Now that puts it into perspective, right? You could probably pump out a few more reps if someone's offering you a steak. So get to that point at the end of each of your exercises. Also, using controlled form is super important. No ego lifting. You should only be using weights that you feel comfortable controlling with great form throughout the entire movement. Not good form, but great form. And also, you want to make sure that you can really control the eccentric or negative portion of the movement. That's the portion of a movement where you're letting the tension off the muscle. For example, with a bench press, when you're lowering the weight down, you want to lower it down, count in your head, a 4 count, or even count out loud. And this will really help you get the most utilization from your muscles. And this is going to be tremendous for your muscle building to control the negatives. Let's say on a curl, it's you lowering the weight on the way down. Remember, you want to make the most of your workouts, especially if you're doing a limited program like the one that I'm advocating for. If you're doing a push-pull legs routine where you're hitting each muscle group once a week, you want to make sure that you're making the most of your workouts, where you're not pretending, you're not saying, oh, I'll just do it later this week. You're really sitting down and doing it, and you're doing it right. So that's what I've got for my current approach to becoming a lean, mean fighting machine. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button if you found this valuable. Leave a comment. Let me know what your approach to fitness is, what your workout routine is. Click the link in the description if you're looking to hop on a fitness strategizing call, and remember to hit life on all cylinders.